7 obscenely easy ways to get customers for free that you can implement within this week. These tactics have made me millions of dollars. They actually work, and I'll give you the real stats that I got when I use them in my business so you can use them in yours. You should be obsessed with getting referrals, and here's why. Referrals buy at higher percentages, at higher prices, they buy more often, they buy more times, and they're the most likely customer to, yes, refer you more customers. And so if you have two types of customers that you could potentially get, one that costs you a lot of money and does none of these things, and one that's free that does all of those things, which would you prefer? Well, obviously this one. And independent of how big your business gets, 30% of your business coming from referrals, no matter you're at 100 million or 100,000 a year, still grows your business by 30%. And when it's that big and it's still free, that's the type of stuff that compounds a business into infinity versus having one that plateaus because not enough people tell other people about it. So the first one is, when I looked at one of our portfolio companies, we had a new sales guy who came in and crushed all of the records that had ever been done on that sales team. And there was a very experienced sales team. And I was like, what is this guy doing? Does he have higher close rates on the phone? And he didn't have higher close rates, but for some reason, he was able to get 30 to 50% more sales than everybody else. And I was like, okay, so how is he getting more opportunities? And so we got on the call, we listened to all the scripts, we're like, he's not doing anything different. And so we pulled the guy up, we were like, dude, what are you doing? And he said, I don't know. After I close the customer, I just say, who else do you know who might also want this? And I usually get like 1 out of 3 people to send me 1 or 2 other people. And I just do that on every sale because I learned that in my last job. And when he said that, it was like this big obvious duh that I'm sure was in the SOP at some point for the sales team. And of course, people get lazy because they don't want to scare the sale away. But by simply saying, hey, who else, very clear, who else do you know? Not do you know anybody? Yes, no. It's who else do you know? Who do you think would benefit from this, who you'd want to do this with? Right? Because now you're actually asking them to solve a problem with their brain, not make a quick yes, no answer, which is what most people are just going to say, no, I don't know anybody, let's move on. And number one, this isn't going to be your grandmother's, referral video on, hey, you should ask for referrals. I'm going to give you some very specific strategies on what to do, how to say it in a way that'll actually get the likelihood that they do it pretty high. Now, referrals are super valuable for a number of reasons. One is that they compound with the business, meaning whether you're a $100 million business, 30% on 100 million or 30% on 100 grand is still going to be 30%. And so it's one of the most scalable ways to grow a business overall. The biggest companies in the world, the vast majority of what they get is from word of mouth. It's from people telling other people. And in today's society where people are more able to share things faster and bigger across broader audiences and networks, it matters more than ever. It's so funny because people are like, man, why are my ads, they were working, now they're not. Everybody believes in positive word of mouth, they don't believe in negative word of mouth, but both word of mouth happen because that's how this works.